I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm already
our
bringing
judges won't be here, and we took time
Smoking that
deciding who the
fodder
judges
Hapi
are gonna
pack.
be. Alright, alright,
I'm gonna
just
ban
mute
this
everybody
nigga to
other.
talk.
Okay,
No,
okay.
just hurry up and announce it, bitch. That's all you gotta do. Post on TikTok, whatever the fuck you gonna do. Just hurry up.
Alright, so yeah. So as I was saying, so gravity is basically the thing that connects the entire JoJo multiverse together. And then the whole thing of Tusk Act 4 is basically he uses
Who's
all of
judging?
that to Sende and Water D-Law.
I don't know.
Now,
Okay, so alright, so just mute everyone else, please, Foka.
I did.
So yeah, so basically, he basically uses all of this to like bypass Valentine's dimension and shit. Seeing as like, yeah, that's all Tusk Act 4's ability really was. And you know what time dilation is, right? Like the relationship between gravity and time, right?
Can you prove that there's a relationship? Because I understand the concept, but I mean in JoJo as well as like, because some authors don't know this, right? So in order to
Okay,
prove
I'll
that
show
the
you. I'll
character
demonstrate to you.
had
Yeah, I'll
time
demonstrate to you
dilation
that
in
there's
mind,
okay. So
yeah.
okay, so the strongest stand or the fastest stand, like speed wise in JoJo's, would be Made in Heaven. Okay,
Okay.
and the whole thing about Made in Heaven is Dio repeatedly says to Pucci, like he says like, do you believe in God? But like he's speaking to a priest, and rather than saying do you believe in God, he says do you believe in gravity? Like he consists and like he basically lays out a plan for him to basically reach heaven through gravity. And then basically Pucci evolves his stand into a stand that can control gravity, and then his ultimate stand is basically this. Let me send you the stand thing.
Great.
Made in Heaven stand card. Basically, it's he just basically he by abusing the relationship between gravity and time, he basically just increases his speed infinitely. But the thing about Tusk Act 4 is that it would just have it has like infinite gravity as like, but like it has infinite gravity, but not in the sense that like it just has infinite gravitational energy stored within it, and then it uses the spin to bypass the barriers that are the dimensions and shit. So let me send it to scans. So here's Made in Heaven, like you asked for, a stand that demonstrates the relationship between time and gravity. And it verbatim states physics has proven that there is a special relationship between gravity and time.
Well, that's a really small panel.
Can you not read it?
Hang on, I'm just zooming in right now. Physics has proven that there is a special relationship between gravity and time. For example, the stronger the gravitational power, the slower the time moves. It is impossible to explain the phenomenon in great detail, but Stairway to Heaven stand ability utilizes the gravitational power of the Earth and the Moon, basically the whole universe, to increase the speed of time. No living organism is able to keep up. The only one who can move freely within its... What the heck is that? Pookie.
It's Pucci.
And
Pucci.
essentially
That's the stand
God
user.
himself. Okay.
Yeah, so that's basically a demonstration
Of
that
some sort of time manipulation
is a time dilation is a concept within JoJo's, like you asked me to demonstrate. But
Okay.
going back to Tusk Act 4, it having infinite. Okay, so the whole like with time dilation, like it said, the heavier you are, like the weaker your relationship with time and stuff. Like you read that right? Like the stronger the gravitational power, the slower time moves around you. Okay, so and Thing has infinite gravitational energy, basically, and rotational energy, and that's how he was basically able to like resist time stop.
So at this standpoint, they both have resisted each other's time manipulation abilities.
Who resisted it?
Because
again,
my like if your character has time manipulation and my character has time manipulation, it basically cancels out each other's time manipulation.
Yeah, but I have layers. I have layers to my time manip.
Okay, so we can go through those if you want.
I mean,
because
I'm
based
not
off
really,
this right now,
I don't really want to use it. Yeah, they both cancel out for now, so I'm not really gonna use my layers unless it's like necessary, because that's just I find it boring using them, if you know what I mean.
Okay, so
Because
in the
like,
same video I sent you before, it had Death Touch.
Yeah.
So straight after he
Okay.
used time manipulation, he just walked over and touched him.
Yeah, but like consider like due to like I just say that they, like my character would basically just precog it and then just move out of the way, I guess. Through Epitaph, there's a stand that basically allows my stand user to see into the future. I'll show you. Epitaph JoJo. Yo, Doppio using flipping epitaph is so cool. I'll make that my PFP.
How long can it see into the future?
I guess it's like, I think it's 10 seconds or something, but like it's not really like, I'm just arguing that he would see into the future, see this, and then just avoid it. Let me find the, because there's like a specific scene that's just badass as fuck. It is 1 minute 45 seconds. Try that. Yeah,
There's nothing you've sent me yet. Oh, is it still sending?
yeah. I've sent the video in VC scans. It's beneath the scan the most recent scan I sent.
Really? I can't see anything.
Can anyone else see it?
Nope, it's not that problem.
It's literally above you. Okay, wait. Why can't I send links? Try
We
that.
can't send links. It's a new rule or something like that.
Oh, is there a channel we can send links?
I don't know. But just send it to private.
Can you send it to me in DMs?
Yeah, I got you.
Are you guys debating or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are.
On what topic?
It's Ainz versus Composite JoJo's.
Okay, so what am I skipping to again? Sorry.
1 minute 45 seconds. That's basically the demonstration of him using it.
1 minute and 40 seconds.
It's in the very beginning as well. It's literally in the very beginning as well.
That's cool. This footage shows that there be scissors. Is that the part you're talking about?
Yeah.
It's got a frog. Means this future is unchangeable, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So how long can you see? How far ahead can you see into the future?
It's like 10 seconds, I think.
So it's an assumption of how long? Because there's no statement here.
No, because they state it. It's 6 to 10 seconds, something like that. Let me just find it.
Yeah, can you prove that?
Yeah, I got you.
In the meantime, I have a really sweet ability that I want to share with you. Ainz Gold,
go ahead.
in an instant, can kill 70,000 people just for fun.
Okay, could you show me that they're like relative in stats to him? Yeah, could you show me that they're like relative in speed and stuff?
The other people? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So he's like regular speed. Like he's not even moving.
Yeah, it can forecast.
So do you want me to
up to 10 seconds into the future?
Okay. Well, the point is that it's stated that this ability is instant.
Okay, it's an ability? Okay, could I see it?
I already sent it. Oh, I can send you the clip if you want to see a clip.
Yeah, please. Yeah, that's the thing. It's the wiki, but it's cited. If you scroll down to Epitaph, it's cited. And it's chapter 518 of Golden Wind. Oh, basically everybody as well. If I win, Hapi belongs to me. As sus as it may sound, but yeah.
No, he belongs to me. Either way, you win or not. Sorry.
Who's this refugee?
All right, here we go. Let me find the timestamp so I can skip to it.
We have to send scans in DMs, everybody, because Focus brain dead. Oh my, I found you happy. Don't you run from me, little happy. You are not fast enough. You are not brave enough.
So you can skip to.
And in the meantime, while I watch this, just look through the wiki thing. It's up to 10 seconds.
Okay.
Get this new episode of Ninjago. Oh,
so he's just standing still, and you can skip to 2:30, and then he decides to instantly kill all those people, and they're running at him, but he's not even moving. And what was I supposed to be looking at right now?
Wait, sorry. Yeah, I'm watching it now. Is this guy with the weird mask Ainz?
Yeah, the one with the red bowl looking things next to his head.
Okay, so the ability kills you instantly, but it's definitely not instant because there's a charge up time. There's a time where it gradually has to pass through, like it passes by you. But if it does pass through you, it does kill you instantly. That's what I can infer from the ability. It's not just like, and it's done. You feel me?
Regardless, even if they did get close, the other ability, if you touch him, he can one-shot you, which is what I shared before,
Yeah, I
remember?
know.
So
I know.
it's like you can choose, like you can die from range or you can die from being touched. And also
Okay.
the other thing is with that other ability I shared, the death touch, it's not just limited to it's not just limited to him touching. Any abilities that he
I have
casts,
to read.
it's only okay, I can share it. I don't know why it came up.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. It's cool.
It's not limited to just what's it called? Like touch. If he uses like a spell or a skill attack, it will also apply
It's
the death
imbued
touch.
within it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So any of his
Yeah.
abilities or even him being touched will result in instant death. But in other words, the way it explains is that it'll what does it say? The exact wording was negative damage.
So okay, so that's fine. I guess that makes sense. I'm not
And
gonna
and
ask
it's
you for scans because I
unhealable as
believe you.
well. Like it reduces
Yeah.
them to
Okay.
zero.
Okay. So I'm gonna basically show to you that my character's my being, sorry, is immortal, and that immortality is dependent on your sins. Let me show you.
That's
So
weird.
basically, so long as, yeah, it's basically like a stand. Let me just give you some context. So the stand user stand is basically he just manipulates the sins of your past to basically manifest everyone you've killed in your entire lifetime, and they're just zombies coming at you over and over again. And if you kill them, it will just manifest as more, and then it just infinitely goes on. And if I kill you, then all of your sins come onto me, and vice versa. And if you kill me, all of my sins come onto you, and then I can just run away, and then you're just left there to fight forever. Let me send you it. One sec. So there's the thing.
But it's unhealable. My ability said that it reduces you to zero.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, even if you do have. Oh, this is just in the event that you do tag me with this. If you
Okay.
do tag me with it, sure, you kill me, but then I come back to life straight away because my immortality is dependent on a concept imbued within you. So if you want to kill yourself, then that's fine.
But you'd come back with
Here's
0 strength. You understand what I said, right? So even if I killed you, if you get touched once, it says that
okay.
death can occur
Strength in this
from the
context.
unhealable strength
Would just be
attribute being
AP.
reduced to 0. So if because you
Okay.
have to understand that like from Overlord, right? He was in a video game, so everything is based on statistics. So if you're reduced to 0, that means you're useless. Like you literally can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
by
So
him
strength in this context. Wait.
him reducing you
Strength in
to
this.
0 means that you're dead and you also have no like damage whatsoever. So if you die from
Okay.
this ability, you'll come back with no damage.
Okay, so wait. So strength. Okay, so damage in this context would be just AP, right?
Like strength.
What is strength in Overlord?
Well, we have equal stats right now, but then once I reduce it to
I
0,
know.
that means you don't have equal anymore. In other
Okay,
words,
you understand that isn't how like equal stats works, right?
well, you're scaling speed
That like you
before,
can't.
like precognition on this. It doesn't matter in equal stats.
Okay, huh? Precog definitely does matter.
Well,
I
time
don't know why you'd ever
manipulation
say that.
would kind of make this all irrelevant, anyways.
Wait, why? Why is that the case? You understand that like manipulating time and having precog is completely is not contingent on whether your battle is equal stats or not. The whole point of an equal stats battle is that like both fighters are pitted up against one another with all of their like physical attributes and everything being equalized. You understand that, right? And that like what's it called? Negating somebody, like let's say I slow you down in speed or something, like through anything other than through like conventional means, that wouldn't be applicable. Or like if I buffed myself, so let's say like if it's equal stats battle, Guy versus Lee, and then Guy goes 8th gate, you understand that the battle would still be equal stats, right? Like you can't stack multipliers or anything, and it's like for the vice versa, so you wouldn't be able to neg me through stuff like that.
Yeah, but like how can you stack time manipulation when they're all the same?
Layered time? No, there's layers.
What do you
to
mean
there's
by
layers
layers?
to hacks
Can you prove that
potency.
there's layers to time?
Okay. No. I'm not saying there's layers to time. I'm saying there's layers to the potency of my time stop. So let's say
Yeah, but
there's time stop
how
which
can
we,
your
okay, wait.
layers of
There's
time
time stop. Okay, so
be
there's time
superior
stop
to
which we
mine?
both possess. Okay, wait. Okay, so there's time stop. I'm not saying either one is superior. Like this is just basic, like
So then they're
fundamental
all
knowledge and
equal time
hacks and stuff.
manipulation abilities, so it doesn't matter
Okay.
what ability you use,
No,
they
no,
cancel
no.
each other
So
out
you
just
stop.
because they're
Okay,
resistant.
okay. Let me speak. Happy. Let me speak. So if you were to stop time, and then
Mhm.
I move within your stop time,
Mhm.
and then someone else stops time, and I can't move within that, the other person's time stop is more potent than yours. So they have like another layer of time stop. That's just like, and that's just
No,
like,
not necessarily.
yeah. Then what?
Because in
Then what?
Versus Wiki, it literally states that if you time stop, then the other
Okay.
person also has time stop
Versus Wiki
manipulation
doesn't.
if they have an well,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter
Yeah,
Versus Wiki.
that's
Let's
fine.
go with any
That's
power
fine.
scaling fandom, right?
Sure, that's fine. That's fine.
No, it's
But
not fine
like
because
you
you
understand,
haven't
Happy,
heard what I
there's
said. I haven't finished my sentence.
okay,
Basically,
go ahead.
if you have time stop, and then my character has time stop, then we are both resistant to time stop. So all those abilities related to
That's
time
fine,
manipulation
as
are
I
cancelled
agreed.
out, all of them.
I agreed with that. Okay, yeah, I agreed with that. But what I'm saying is that
So
if
now
we both
we've
have
got
time
equal
stop
stats
and we can
characters, and they're walking at each
okay,
other basically.
okay, no, if we both have equal stats, okay.
Well, you'd have to prove
No, if we
otherwise.
both have time stop.
But according
No,
to
no, if we
scaling,
both have
that's how
time
it
stop,
works.
okay, that's definitely not how it works. And if you want, we can like we can close this little point and then leave it to the judges, because what I'm saying is, for clarification to everyone in the VC, is that if my character was to stop time, and then like if his character was to stop time, and I've demonstrated my one can move within it, but then he showed, and then like wait. So wait, what's the easiest way for me to say this? Basically, it's basically just layers to hexes. That's all it is. Like layers to resistances on layers to hexes. That's all this boils down to. And it's either that you're just like not proficient in debating crossverse, or like it's just rat at this point. It's one or the other. I don't want to say it's rat because like I don't think you do debate crossverse, but typically like that's just all layers to hexes is. So like let's say for example, the Raikage tanked Naruto's Rasen Shuriken. That means he has like one layer of resistance to durability negation, whereas Kakuzu didn't. That's all that this is like. I just gave you an analogy that like you would be more like
I don't think that
more
was a good
like
analogy though.
okay, you know what? Fine, I'm not even gonna go into like Naruto because that's just gay. But all it really is that like, do you wanna just leave a closing statement to the judges? You wanna do that?
Yeah. So what was your closing statement again?
Okay, sure. So all I'm arguing. Okay, this all goes back to the whole to the whole sins thing. Oh yeah, to the whole nerfing thing. So basically, I said that in a equal stats debate, neither person can like amps and like nerfs don't really work on opponents and stuff. And then Hapi said that Hapi brought up like layers of like hexes and stuff for some reason, and saying that they wouldn't really be applicable in this context because it's like equal stats. And all I really argued against that was equal stats doesn't necessarily entail equal hacks. So like the potencies of hexes and like their layers would still be applicable within an equal stats battle. And yeah, that's really it. You can go into your closing for this point specifically.
Yeah. So if your character has time manipulation and then mine has time manipulation, they cancel each other out and both are not affected.
Is that what you want to say?
And so for that reason, I don't think like because you never scaled the other scalings, you said you had layers, but regardless of those layers,
I said
they're
I'll bring it up. I
they're
said I'll bring it up later on if I need to.
right. And I'm saying that it's all going to be contradicted by if you have time manipulation, how are you going to quantify that yours is greater than mine when it's all the same time manipulation? The abilities
Okay,
would cancel each other out.
wait, don't bring up new points because it's like a closing
No,
thing.
that's
But
actually
do
what I
you want me
said
to
the
address
entire
that?
time
Okay, so
in my closing statement.
Okay, I think that my closing statement covers all of that regardless. So you can continue with your closing, and then we can move on to like I can move on to my
That was my
win
closing
cons.
statement, but you cut me off.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead then. Sorry.
Yeah, so if it's time manipulation, and then your character has time manipulation, and then we both proved that we had time manipulation, they both can move in each other's stop time or abilities, or are not affected by each other's time manipulation. That's usually how it works.
Mm-hmm.
So then it just goes back to their base stats as to who can win from there.
Okay. Do you wanna? Okay, so basically, my first win con is gonna be through Wonder of You. And basically, this stand's entire ability is if you have intent to pursue the user, and pursue in this context would be like if you want to fight me, which would naturally be your intention by virtue of this being a versus battle. All events will basically consolidate to me. So every event that could possibly occur would be in my favor, firstly, and furthermore, I can just get onto the effects as we progress. So, do you have any questions so far? It's like anything you do, a calamity will occur.
Are we leaving that point up to the judges, or what are we doing?
No, this is a brand new point I'm
Oh,
bringing
okay.
up.
Sorry, I thought you were like doing another conclusion.
Yeah.
Wait. So what would you just say then? Because I thought you were repeating what you said before.
Oh no, I was basically just talking about. I have a stand where basically,
Right.
if you have any form of intent to pursue me, and pursue in this context would mean follow me, look at my face, fight me, or anything like that, then
Okay.
calamities will occur in every action that you could possibly like even comprehend. So I'll show you intent as a good example. So all Rai
Well,
wanted to do in the scan I'm about to,
yeah.
So all Rai wanted to do in the scan I'm about to send to you
Mhm.
is he was basically giving a fellow prisoner,
Mhm.
wait, JoJo chapter 89. Or he was basically saying to a guy in his cell room, "Oh, you want to see something interesting? This guy, anything I do, a calamity will occur." And he was basically saying that to him, and he was like, "Watch this. I'm slowly gonna look out this." And basically he was like, anything, like, look, I'm gonna look out of this window and calamities will follow. He stood up and then like the light bulb above him smashed and shit. And he's like, see, no matter what I do and shit like that. Wait, why is my phone so slow?
Yeah, mine was
There you go.
Discord's been lagging a little bit, but
Yeah, it's fucked for some reason. So basically, yeah, anything that you basically try and do, like calamities will occur that will like fuck you over. Let me send this one sec. What chapter was it? Sunday? Where is it? 1991, 92, maybe? Oh no, wait. Let me try the more recent chapters. 95.
so just like in a short sentence, what was it that you're trying to prove? Like, what ability does this give? You said if I look away or something,
so
or
let's
if I
say,
intend
okay,
to chase
no,
or
no, no,
some pursue.
no. Okay, I found it. No, if you intend to even fight me, which by virtue would be your intention due to this being a versus battle,
What's the consequence?
basically, okay, that's the thing. Anything that I basically argue can be the consequence.
So
So and I'll demonstrate to you why the impossible would be the possible, and I'll show you why I can retcon your abilities too. So you know your death touch, I can just say that it will kill you as well.
Okay, can you prove that?
I'll demonstrate to you. Yeah, one sec.
I wonder if this is your best ability.
This is, in my opinion, the strongest stand in all of JoJo's, because
I hope not, because I have something up.
Yeah, that's fine. But whatever. Okay. Calamities will keep colliding.
Did you want me to just scale it? Because I think if that's the case, this would be like the end.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. What's your yeah. Let me just send some examples.
You're
in the
aware
meantime, 'cause
that
I'm looking for...
Goal has the ability, his spell can make the impossible possible, right? And he can wish anything that he wants.
Okay, could I see this?
So this is from the light novel. It's called Wish Upon a Star. If you skip to like the middle-ish, it states that it's a spell.
Okay, if I was to, even if I was to steelman this, and what if I was to just say that Ainz accidentally wishes himself to die? What then?
Because it's up to whatever he chooses to wish, and so in this case, if it's a versus battle,
Yeah.
I'd wish in his favor.
Okay.
So I can literally wish away all of your abilities.
Okay, no. Firstly, like the way that this would work, seeing as it is a versus battle, is you would have to argue what is most in character for your character.
Yeah,
because
it's very in character. Like in this particular novel, right? It's stated that he realized he could have done this in the real world, that he could make the impossible possible, that he could wish anything, and he could make even greater wishes come true. Because when he first used the ability in the non-real world, he had limitations, but this time he's able to because I don't know if you've seen Overlord, but it switches from the game world to he goes into the real world. So now he's affecting the real world. So he's not only able to affect reality, but he's now able to make the impossible possible. So if I wished away every single one of your abilities,
what stops me from retconning you before you even use that?
Because he's in reality, so I can retcon.
So is my stand. My stand's real. in this context, they'd be in a level playing field, judging standard battle assumptions.
So why would they be level? Because I can wish away that your abilities.
Okay, no. Let's say hypothetically you intended to like wish away my abilities. You know what would follow, right? Your ability would, let's say it would, I don't know, wish away your own abilities by accident, by virtue of a slip of your tongue. Like,
No, that's
okay,
just
wait,
an
let me just
assumption. I'm not going to
demonstrate
do
to you
that.
him. Okay, you want me to show to you my stand user literally saying to you, let's say hypothetically you were to so and so or something.
Yeah,
You
well, go
understand
ahead.
what would happen?
But from based on what
Okay.
I've like already scaled, your stand users have no abilities. And if you touch me, you're dead.
I'm saying to you, okay, sure. I'm saying to you, let me just send this to you.
And if I touch you, I can walk over because we got equal stats, right? And literally just touch you, and your guy's dead. I've already scaled him, so he can kill you. Whether he waits to charge up that spell,
Okay,
whether he
wait.
walks over and touches you, there's none of your abilities will save you because they can also use the Wish Upon a Star spell.
Okay, let me just show you me retconning an ability. Let me just show you me retconning an ability, and then just argue that he would just retcon Wish Upon a Star.
Because you realize that if he's able to use this on the real world, if he can use it on this world, that this is different to just fiction.
Wait, okay, could I see him coming into like real world, walking up to like the White House and just stopping time or something? Could you demonstrate him using his abilities in the real world? Because even regardless, even if that is the case, you can't really argue a fictional transcendence or anything of the sort. It would actually be irrelevant due to us having the battle under equal stats.
It still has proven that I can make the possible, the impossible possible though. So whether it be the real world or not is still irrelevant to the ability. If he's able to make the impossible possible with just wishing,
yeah, so
a thought,
okay,
then
my guy, okay, let me
right.
send this scan. I'll send it in VC to scan so that like everyone can see it, just in case like the judges need to see the scans too.
Yeah, that's why I've been sending it to VC scans.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, this is the closest person to ever coming into contact with the Wonder of You, and he was 1 centimeter away from him. And then he says, I must say, once again, I'm very impressed. The thing Josuke had hidden, the things that the calamity brought out, the calamity in this context being his ability, these soap bubbles are what showed themselves. Okay, let me send you the entire chapter, just so that like, it's chapter 100 of JoJolian. If this link sends you to a wrong chapter, just go to chapter 100.
You have to send it to my DMs because
oh yeah,
remember?
I have to send it to your DMs. My bad. Yeah.
No,
just go to
the
chapter
police snipe thing
100.
didn't
This
work.
happened.
Yep. 100
Yeah.
and what?
You're on chapter 100. Just go to panels. Start on panel 25.
I've got you now, piece of shit. And then what?
I've got you now. Okay, now go to as you go forward,
Salt
you'll see that
bubbles.
like he was just a. Yeah, he basically retconned the MC's main ability. Your love for me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is everything. I guess I'll never know the reason.
I controlled them. I pity.
Yeah.
It was so close. So he used soap bubbles with one guy, and then the other guy.
Yeah. Okay. So the MC's main ability is he can use soap bubbles and he makes them contact on you. He detonates them, so it's just like a bubble popping, and he can steal a property from you. So let's say he just throws a soap bubble into the air, and then it pops. He'll steal like the light in the sky, like sound frequencies or something, or particles or something. Like he can do stuff like that. But what the head doctor's saying here is that you basically tried to pursue me, and the calamity that befell you was I basically retconned your ability and it killed your best friend. That's what's going on. Like the soap bubbles just went through him. He basically said, well, the bubbles now they spin, and like they spin at like I don't know how fast.
So you've proven that you can make bubbles spin. So how is that going to be better than
No,
wishing away your
no,
abilities?
he completely retconned the ability. That's a straw man. That's a huge straw. What I'm
Well,
arguing is he
you
completely
haven't
just retconned
explained
your
that. You
ability.
just said like read
Okay,
this.
okay,
So I'm trying to understand
yeah, okay.
what you're trying
So
to
let me
say,
let me
because
take you
I'm
through it. Let
literally
me take
looking
you through
at
it step by
bubbles,
step.
and then
Okay,
it didn't
let me take
happen.
you through it step by step.
Right.
Okay, as I explained to you, the bubbles, they had a completely different ability beforehand, and now he basically just retconned their ability to the point where he couldn't do anything like that, and he
Mm-hmm.
just changed the entire ability of the bubbles.
Mm-hmm.
That's all that's going on. So in the same way, what's your thing called again? Wish a what?
Mm-hmm. Wish upon a star.
Yeah, he would basically retcon wish upon a star to, I don't know, make it so that the opposite of what he wished for happens. That's my point. That's like what Wonder Review. That's what my point for Wonder Review is. And
If
you even
yeah,
see as well, Gappy says himself, I controlled them.
you understand
Uh-huh.
the contradiction here, right? So you just said
Okay.
it can make the opposite happen. What happens if my character wishes away all abilities, and you said it's going to be the opposite, so it's going to wish away, it's going to give everyone every ability.
Okay,
Then what?
that's just one hypothetical. That's just one hypothetical because bear in mind as well, I'll send you a scan
Still
that
doesn't
states
mean
that
that
every event.
my character loses.
Okay. So in the hypothetical that you just provided, where your character wishes that, and that was my thing, even still, it would only favor me because all events that Wonder Review like consolidates, no,
How
all
would
events
that
that Wonder
favor
Review
you? Because if you
impacts.
think
Okay,
about it,
okay,
if
let me
I wished
explain.
away
Okay.
all,
I
then I
understand
would
what you're
also
saying.
gain your character's abilities.
So we would. Mhm.
You get that, right?
No, you said okay. Initially, what you stated as well was you're gonna wish away all of my abilities.
No, no,
Okay,
no. I said I'm
but
going to
in the
wish away
okay,
all abilities. Consequently, that would wish back every single ability to my
okay,
character and yours. So what then?
okay, okay. So what
That
I'm
means
saying
my
is
character will
that,
have every one of your character's abilities.
and vice versa. But that's really irrelevant because
If we're going to use your
Wonder
character's
Review
ability that you just
basically.
showed me, that would be what would happen. It would be a stalemate.
Okay, okay, no. Okay, so to continue, by virtue of Wonder Review impacting your ability in any way, shape, or form, all events would still be in favor of me. So I could still just argue then that
Well,
I would get every ability, whereas your body wouldn't be able to contain every
I
ability, and
would
you just die
argue
through that.
against that
hmm
because mine says it can make the impossible possible. Yours doesn't. So mine can wish away
Okay,
your ability
that's
because it's
okay. That's
impossible to do
irrelevant.
that. But
That's
without my
irrelevant. And even
character
still,
losing any of his abilities.
hmm
So
even still, I just argue that to be that it's not that hard to just argue for that to be hyperbole. You understand that, right?
how is it a hyperbole? A statement without contradiction is not a
Okay.
hyperbole.
Okay. So okay, sure. I am God. Everybody, yeah. No contradiction. No, nothing. So yeah, I guess I'm God then. Like you understand, like why there's a flaw within what you just said, right?
You're not the fictional creator.
Like, huh? Well, you mean you said what?
Because
Okay, that's irrelevant.
like
That, like,
if my
do you
character
understand what
personally stated,
hyperbole
that's
is,
different
right?
to the author writing it
Okay, wait.
in a
You
panel.
understand? You understand what? Okay, you understand what hyperbole is, right? It's just exaggeration. That's all
It's
it
an
boils down
exaggerated
to.
statement. So can you prove that it's an
Okay, yeah.
exaggeration?
Okay,
Because
sure. Could you demonstrate
you're making
him
the
using the
positive
wish? Sure.
claim.
Could you demonstrate him using this wish upon a star, please? Because him making the impossible possible would be like, I don't know, him going against like, I don't know, a fundamental law of logic or something, and just making something that's completely contradictory exist or something.
All right.
Him saying I want to kill you, that isn't him making the impossible possible because death is inevitable. Him saying I want your abilities to leave you isn't impossible.
Yeah, I'll show you the book. You can actually read along. Actually, I think in the statement itself that I sent, you don't need to read further than that. When Ainz had first learned of Nefire's talent, he had idly wondered if he could steal with Wish Upon a Star. Now he realized that he could have done it. In this world, Wish Upon a Star was a spell that would grant its caster's wishes. Although it would still expend XP, Wish Upon a Star was now a spell that could make the impossible possible. In addition, by sacrificing 5 levels of 500, one could make even greater wishes
Okay,
come
he
true.
can make even greater wishes.
Right.
Okay, so like what part of everything you just said? Okay, so he has to activate the ability, correct? Wish upon a star. It's not just passive. It's evident from that statement that there's nothing implying that it's like passive.
I mean, we can look into it further, but based off this,
Sure.
he can use it. He can make
based off the statement.
the statement that I've shared.
It's just an active
It's
ability.
a possible.
Yeah.
Make the impossible
We
possible.
wouldn't assume. Okay. So considering like the statement that you just provided. Wait one sec. Give me like a minute. One sec. Okay, so based off like that ability, in and of itself, I just say argue that it's active ability, and his intention to even to even use wish upon a star, just the mere intention of that, a calamity would occur, and like I don't know, he has to wait. Let me see. How does the ability work again? Does he have to say the wish or?
In the past, it said that he had to use a ring, but now he doesn't. It's just a spell.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So his intention to merely use this spell.
He just has
I
to.
just argue.
Grant its caster's wishes. So if it's equal stats, it's a thought. It's a wish. If he has a wish, then it can grant it.
Okay, so in the same way, that same thought would just neg him. What then? What if he wished for like? So have you seen Black Clover?
I think that's an assumption though, because we're not like in
Okay,
what
why is
verse
that an
in
assumption?
what bloodlusted versus battle is he going to wish himself to death?
Okay, that's the thing. What it that Wonder of You has demonstrated to make the impossible possible too. You want me to show you that?
Yeah, but you never prove
Okay,
that.
so in one scene, Rai and Gappy, who are the two people that got negged in the chapter that I just sent you. Gappy is the MC, and Rai is the guy with the thing, like the guy who's like, I'll kill you here and now. Basically, they were outside, and then it started raining, and then the rain just started killing them. Your love for me is worth a fortune. Your love for me is anything. I guess I'll never know the reason.
Because from what I'm looking at right now, our time manipulation cancels each other out. If your character touches mine,
Yes.
you can kill each other. However, you argued that it can reverse with this calamity thing, but then I said that we could
Not
wish.
reverse. I would just say that, like, okay, let's say even the innate passive ability that if you touch me, you kill me. That in and of itself, I could just argue Wonder of You, like backfires on you, and by virtue of you being yourself and you having like the death minute thing, you just kill yourself. What do you have against that?
He's undead.
Because
He's
anything I
already
argue,
dead.
he's already dead.
He's
Could you
undead.
demonstrate this?
He's a skeleton. Okay.
I guess I'll never know.
I'll just get
the
a
reason why
clip of where he states that he's undead and he can't die.
You love me as you do. That's the one. Oh shit! I could be using California King Bed. Yo,
Hmm?
let's go. JoJo Leon chapter 7. In this California King Bed. Alright, so while you demonstrate that, I'll just
I think you were also
provide
trying
the.
to prove that it's potential something, right?
It's the what?
You said something about proving that you can make the impossible possible.
Oh yeah, I already sent that to
Oh,
you.
did
He
you? Oh
basically
shit, I
is
didn't see
rain.
that.
Yeah,
Where is it?
yeah. He. It's basically the rain thing. As you can see that, right? He just starts
But how do
breathing
we
by
know it's not
virtue of it.
limited to just this, like specific like stands or abilities? Like the statement that I had literally said those words for
Yeah,
words.
that one ability is like that. Yeah.
Is it though? Because it's saying that it's he managed to change this person's brain bubble ability and change the way it functioned or something. but that doesn't necessarily mean it would trump
Mhm.
an ability that
Okay,
would
so
make the impossible possible.
okay,
How do we
okay,
know that?
so happy. I have an right now. I have an ability which retcons other abilities, which I've demonstrated to you by virtue of Gappy's bubbles, like their abilities completely changing. Gappy himself stated I was controlling them, implying that like he had full control over his ability, yet still like it didn't matter. What you're arguing now is your character would just wish and something would happen. And what I'm saying
Hmm.
is I'll completely retcon that ability for let's say the wish mechanic just was never a part of your ability. What then?
But you'd have to be able to do it quicker than a granting of a wish.
Mine is contingent on you even wanting to use it.
Yeah, but so if I wished away your ability, because
That okay,
without any
happy.
side
Let's
effect, because it
mhm.
can make the
Happy, you're
impossible
jumping, happy, you're
possible.
jumping.
No, I'm still
Okay,
making a
happy.
claim that I'm
Okay, you
trying to
saying that it will
establish,
make
but
the
you're cutting
impossible
me off.
possible. Okay,
So
happy.
me
You
doing
saying
the
the
impossible
go
would
ahead.
mean that I could actually achieve my ability overriding yours, but you have no
Okay,
counter.
happy. The impossible becoming possible is the effect of the wish. It isn't the existence of the ability. You understand that, right?
And you understand that by making the impossible possible, whatever wish it is that you're granting can include wishing away your ability without
Okay,
losing his own.
okay, sure. That's a wish you could. That hypothetically, that is a wish you could make. Yeah. Okay. Where are you getting at with this? Because I'm arguing
So
that
if you
you would
don't
never
have that
reach this
ability, walk
stage.
over, death touch, it's over.
Okay. Okay, sure. If that was the case, sure. Walk over death touch. What I'm saying,
Can
happy,
we go to
is that
conclusions now
by
then?
virtue of oh my God. Okay, you know what? Let me just make a win con because I think I've won this point pretty concretely, if anything. So yeah. Let me. Can I just make a win con real quick? What do I want to do?
I'm happy to go to conclusions unless you got one more point or something to add.
No, I'm just thinking of a win con, one that like wouldn't take too long to argue either. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'd just use Tuss Act 4, shoot you, and then the infinite rotation would just kill you. And it can affect you across infinite dimensions too. So let me show you. In this California king bed with 10,000 miles apart, there is nothing. Hongori, gongori, arigato, gyro, blah blah blah. Wait, I think what would be better is if we gave a closing on this point now, so our memories are fresh. Then I go into my final win point. So do you want to start?
Yeah, so because my ability is able to, at the grant of a wish, so as a thought, can wish away your ability, and with the probability of making the impossible possible, that means that I can wish any of your abilities that would impede my ideals without the consequence of losing my abilities or any other powers or it turning on me. Because from what I understand, you haven't established that your ability is as powerful as making the impossible possible. So for that reason, I think I won that point.
Okay, so with regards to this point, I'm address the judges and the entire VC as well as Happy for this conclude for the conclusion of this point. Happy decided to argue a ability called Wish Upon a Star, which is basically just like he wishes for something and it would occur. And my counter to that was a Wonder of You, and I argued that so long as he has even the mere intent to pursue him, which by virtue of this being a versus battle would occur, I argued that that would be the case essentially. So Wonder of You would basically be actively affecting every action which he in which he like chooses to take. Continuing with that, I basically argued that I showed how Wonder of You can retcon abilities, which is like pretty self-evident by like what I demonstrated. Like he completely changed the man Gappy's abilities, despite Gappy saying I was controlling them. How can this be? And then Wonder of You, all he had to say, all he said to him to adjust that was the thing that I affected was your ability. And okay, and continuing on with that, I just basically say that by virtue of his intent to even fight me, because of this being a versus battle, I just say that if he intended to use Wish Upon a Star before he even intended to use it, the calamity would have affected it, and the possibilities at that point are endless. Like I could just say Wish Upon a Star just never were to work. It would work against him, and basically it would just work against him in some way, shape, or form, leaving me at an advantage if he chose to ever use this ability. And yeah, that's my closing for that point. And for my win con, what happens if I just shoot you between the eyes? What then? What then? Happy?
With what?
With nothing but a bullet, a gun. What if I shot you between the eyes?
I thought I already established that you can wish this away because it's like the same. It's faster than a thought.
Assuming, okay, sure. So assuming that I won the conclusion that we just both said, I'd just say that I shoot you between the eyes and you're dead. And if you won that point, then I just argue.
Would this ability be able to, like, because technically it's all equal stats, so how would that make any difference to if I was to use a similar ability where he shot and then, like, or even the ability where he summoned?
No, okay, happy.
Yeah.
Assuming that I won that point. So when we
both
give a
So
conclusion,
that's why I said what stops my character from shooting you in return?
I mean, if you, that is a good point you bring. Okay,
like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I have a ton of abilities that he can shoot at you, but if it's equal stats, so, like, how do we calculate whose ability reaches each other? Like, you can't really.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I just argue that I just use D4C and I'd get another version of you from another dimension, another universe, and then I just make you two fight one another. And in the event that like you two ever were to come into contact with one another, you just both cease to exist. I'll show you this. Actually, what if I actually? Yeah, I'll use this one. The rattery. Check thing. The scan I just sent. So basically, D4C's ability is to merge neighboring worlds together, as you can see in the bottom left. I can allow neighboring worlds to exist simultaneously. So in the panel, something that just physically isn't possible is occurring. Two people who are literally, like, they're not actually within one another. It's just events of two timelines occurring in the same timeline, basically. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I just say that I merge the world that we're fighting in with another replicate world, but like the intention of the other world Ainz will just be to kill every other Ainz he sees, and then he just appears, and then by virtue of them being the exact same being, I don't know if Ainz has an ability to fight perfect clones, like himself. Basically, it's not even a perfect clone; it's just himself. But here's basically what happens if two people that are the same basically come from that are the same basically come into contact with one another. The stand is sending right now. Forka, can I get perms to send gifts? Like, this is boring. I want to send something in general.
So the same ring that was used for a wish also protects the user from any behavior disturbance. So if there was like some sort of clone, it would also protect him from that ability.
Okay, that clone would have it as well. And it's not
no.
I'm not using an ability on you.
Right.
I'm not using an ability on you. You understand that, right? I'm not using any form of ability on you. I'm just saying that, like, I'll bring another version of you. You two would have to fight till like the end of eternity and shit. And in the event that you two come into contact with one another, you just both cease to exist.
Does this ability allow the two realities to fight each other, or do they actually? Because from what I'm saying, what you explained, if there's just another me, they'll just both team up on you.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying to you. I would find, because you know how there's like, okay, so I'll just find a version of you, because Valentine before he died, he kept going dimension to dimension trying to find one with the perfect personality. Okay, and there's infinite of them. So I'd just say that I'd find find one which hates every other Ainz, and then they would both go and fight with one another. They would both fight you. That's all I'm saying. And that's my win con. And then when you eventually do come into contact with him, because my JoJo verse can just sit there, open a bag of popcorn, and just watch you two skeletons fight. But in the event that you two come into contact with one another, you both cease to exist. Yeah. Do you have anything else to say, or?
I still don't quite understand how that argument manages to prove that in every possible situation, with all the different abilities that both Ainz would have, that they still wouldn't, one, be able to wish the impossibility of being not
That
able to
we've
fight
left
each
that
other.
to the judges.
Okay,
We've left that
and we
to the
left that.
judges.
And then two, that they're going to guarantee fight each other.
Okay, like I said, he would just find one with a personality of such, and then just do that.
What panels have you shown? Like, can you point me to a statement where he does that?
Okay.
Like he goes into a different reality
the perfect
and finds like
Sure, I got you.
Because from what you're sharing with me, it's just making two realities. Yeah, cool. Now they're both going to come after you.
I'll have to find. I'm gonna go on the actual manga page itself because it's like long looking for this shit sometimes. Part 7 colored. Ballbreaker.
And also, how long does this ability take? Because from what it looks like, he has to like close his hands or whatever.
Huh?
This person that
Where?
can make the reality. It looks like it's not an instant thing.
Wait, why?
Why is it something that's instantaneous? So if Valentine attacked or injured,
Wait,
he
what?
can change places with a healthy self from a something world and bring him here. He abandons the wounded self in the next world and switches with him. So this is only talking about abandoning his own self.
That's Valentine. That's the person who uses the ability. Where in that does he clap?
So where in that does that make another of me? Because it's only making another of him.
Huh? Okay, read in the bottom one. Read the bottom part. Okay, actually, you know what? That scan doesn't even show what I was trying to demonstrate.
That's exactly what I said. That's why I'm saying, how does this prove that my Ainz is going to fight you?
Oh, no. Okay,
like,
okay, so I'll send a link to you in DMs, and this is him finding the perfect version of Diego that he needed the personality for. So the chapter I just sent to you is there. And I'll send this scan. Sage joined. Yo, if Renji will send a ban Sage from freaking, because Haiku just DM me saying to me he joined. Don't mess with the Rakuzan gang. This guy's so shit. And here's if you check VC scans real quick, King, and that's the scan of like if you do come into contact with one another, it's just over.
Oh, VC scans?
Yeah, send in VC scans. If you do come into contact with one another, it's all over. Because like Diego snaked on one of his friends because Diego was about to come into contact with another version of himself, so he just grabbed onto his friend and threw him in instead, and then he ran away.
It is not very clear what's going on here, to be honest.
In which scan? In
The
which
one that you sent.
exactly? In DMs?
In
Or-
VC scans.
Oh, okay. No. He basically in the on the right hand side. There's two wicker peoples. That wait. Let me just focus it down for you even more so you can see it clearly.
From what you've sent me, you've established that he can replicate himself from that one scan, and then
okay, here's the two faces.
I don't know what's going on
I just sent it now.
in this new one.
I just sent it now. There's two on the right hand side. Those are the two wicker peoples fusing together. Like if two versions of yourself come into contact with one another, you both cease to exist. And Valentine calls it like, yeah, that it's like some paradox thing. It's like you just become these squares or something.
And so, how does this prove that this is going to be quicker than a thought?
Oh no! That goes back to the points we left to the judges. And further,
No. I want to know, like, how quick does it take for this particular ability to activate?
It's virtually instant.
Is there
which part?
Just whatever.
You coming from another unit. Okay, so the annihilation is instant. Like you ceasing to exist is instant. And the and him going to another world is basically the beat is too funny. It's basically it's just a matter of like it's virtually instant too, because all Valentine needed to do was just, I guess, activate D4C. It's just once he activates it, it's instant. That's all there is to it.
Wait, so you didn't actually prove that? Like, you're just saying that? You're not going to share anything? You didn't explain any panels?
I mean, when he used it... Wait, 1 second, my mom's calling me. You know what? I'm gonna go to her after this real quick, because I know if I go down, she's gonna tell me to do shit. But yeah, so okay, I'll just find the thing where D4C is first shown. I need a life for crime. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Pizza mozzarella. Pizza mozzarella. Okay, so this is by far the most confusing thing, the most confusing sequences of events in the entirety of JoJo's. So I'm gonna send you this link in DMs, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. This part is so confusing that I tend to struggle understanding it too. It's chapter 64. If it sends you, check what chapter it sent it you to. It's chapter 64. Wait. Yeah, it's just giving you chapter 85 over and over again. Just go to chapter 64. Venusian is too funny.
What's 64? Page? Is it like a page?
Chapter 64, page number... I guess the sequences of events starts page 12. No, this is a bit more.
Wait, this is volume... So you said 64, right? No?
Okay, okay. All of the ability itself is basically contingent on Valentine, like I guess how fast Valentine can get his stand out, which I'll show you to be instant. 1 sec. Because this is just... I don't even know how to explain that sequence of events myself, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, because based on what you've concluded so far, it still seems like it's not going to be as quick as instantaneous death touch.
Okay, and that I left to the judges, like whether or not I won that point. So
no, I'm talking about death touch. If I can prove that he has any ability or spell that can reach you instantaneously, it'll one-shot.
Okay, everything you've shown so far has either a charge up time or a prerequisite, like you having to touch me.
Yeah, but it also said any skill. If a skill touches your character, right? So that's why I was
Okay, yeah.
asking, can
So
you
do you
prove
have any
first?
skills that are instant? That like you just instant boof.
Well, if your current spell has no proven time, then by default, my character's spell that I already shared should be quick enough. I don't need to scale any further.
Wait, I don't understand what you just
I
said.
already shared a video of him doing in about
Oh
like
yeah,
the
that
space
has
of
a charge up time, so
yeah,
I'm fine.
but I'm talking about like just from the manga panels. There's no like because even
Okay,
from
go to chapter 62, panel number 5. Because
even
Valentine, he gets stabbed in the
65.
yeah. Valentine,
Can
he
you just
gets
like
stabbed
find
in
it
the
for me
throat.
and send it or something? Like, because I'm
62.
literally just reading through multiple mangas
Okay, I
to
agree.
prove your
'Cause
point. I don't know why I'm doing that.
I'm just sending you chapters so you can get context, because I don't need to send a panel. I don't want to send a panel and then you'd be like, wait, can I see the context? This, that.
Well, you did. Like,
But
you
if you're fine
literally
with
been
me
sending
sending it
like panels
myself,
with no context, and you haven't really
yeah, but those are
explained
the
it.
ones that are those are the ones that are self-explanatory, and there's like virtually no context to them, but it's fine.
Oh, there is, but like based on what you've explained,
Okay.
it still hasn't got any, like
So
how long it
here's
takes.
a panel. Okay, here's the panel where Lucy, she almost got like molested by Valentine, and then like she stabs him in the throat, and then immediately Valentine just does one sit up, and then his stand D4C's already like switched him with another version of himself. He does a sit up, and then you've seen the very next part. This is the first time we ever see D4C, bear in mind. There's a knife on the ground next to him and everything, and then he checks his neck to make sure D4C's like fixed him, and then it's done. Like it was done like immediately. And here's
Oh,
another.
please God protect him. Please keep him
Here's
safe. To
here's
protect
the
him,
best.
I will give Chuck's a knife. Then, okay, some Stan appears.
And then his throat is fixed. That's how quick the stand works. It's virtually instant from what we can see.
How's that instant? He had enough time to throw.
It's virtual. To what?
He had enough time to take off his shoes, throw the knife.
That isn't his shoes. That isn't his shoes.
What? In the top panel?
They're two completely different people. Yeah.
Oh.
That's Lucy. That's Valentine. Valentine just does one sit up and he's fixed. It's virtually instant from what we can see. Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Is there anything you need help understanding, Hapi? Or...
Yeah, like I don't see how this proves that it's instant at all. Like, there's no statement, there's no like context. Like, it's literally just pictures without statements. Like,
okay. So you want context, right? So you want me to send you the chapter, right?
well, like I can literally show you just an ability of my character and say the same thing, that he instantly attacks, and so you'd have to outspeed that too.
Okay. No. Okay. Do you want to just leave this to the judges? Sipping on syrup, can't sleep. That boy, PG.
Okay,
That's the way these
I'm cool with
motherfuckers
that.
eat. Hey. Sure. Okay, so this is the overall conclusion of the entire debate, unless you have anything left to say.
Nope.
Okay, sure. You can close first because I'm gonna
I scaled
change my
first.
clothes.
You go first.
Wow. Okay.
Oh no, like because even in the last conclusion, I concluded first.
Oh yeah. I mean,
It only makes fair.
Yeah, it does. It does. It does. You're right. Before we go any further, though, GG, regardless of who won, this is one. Let's see. Okay, so the very first point that we made was wait. Let me close my door. All right. So the very first point we made was with regards to Happy's death hacks, which I granted. He also made a point where his death hacks is imbued within his magic, which he demonstrated, and I granted as well. Happy brought up a couple of abilities. His first one was Death Touch, which basically, if it ever came down to physical contact, he would basically touch me once, and then by virtue of his death manipulation, my character would die. And he also brought up the Charge Up spell, which it's like a field. It passes by, and basically, if he uses it and it touches you, then you die as well. And then the third ability he brought up was Wish Upon a Star, which is basically like some form of reality warping where you can just wish for something to happen and it occurs. And my counter to these were in the event of the death manipulation ever hitting me, I argued that I have immortality contingent upon the sins of his past, which I demonstrate through civil war. That's one thing. So basically, his death manipulation, he can kill me. I'll just keep coming back by virtue of his like him killing me, basically. So if he kills me, the fact that he killed me brings me back. And then he brought up a whole point with regards to layers of hexes and stuff, which I found irrelevant, but we left it to the judges, so that's on you guys to decide. Then I brought up Wonder of You, which counted his main win condition, in my opinion, which was Wish Upon a Star. Which basically I argued that I would just retcon his ability from what I've shown as well, which would be the case concretely. Like, it's not even up for discussion. And then, and by virtue of me arguing that would also mean I would retcon every action he would even intend on taking. And my final point and my win con was through D4C and the standard. I'll just bring another version of Ainz from another world, fuse the two worlds together, and then poof, they're both gone. They both just cease to exist. And yeah, you can. Did I forget anything? Wait, let me check our DMs.
Did somebody like remove all the scans I sent because they're like not here?
No, most of your ones are in our DMs.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah, and then you can screenshot them and send them. And
okay,
then,
I might just put them in scans right now. I'm not adding anything new.
Yeah. And then the final point. And I also argued to have precog, which goes as far as 6 seconds or to 6 seconds. And I sent the thing in the link in my DMs with Hapi, and it's cited as well. So yeah, that's my closing. So I would just Wonder of You would just neg all of your abilities, then B4C would just fuse you with another version of yourself and make you cease to exist. And that's it. Yeah, you can close.
Okay, I'll just make sure I got everything in here. Okay, so we talked about time manipulation, but basically they would cancel each other out because we found that one of his characters had the ability to accelerate time, whereas my particular character had the ability to stop time. But in Versus Wiki, we kind of concluded that they would cancel each other out. And as you brought up before, that there's layers of time, but it's kind of irrelevant in equal stats, as well as that it's going to be cancelled out anyways. So then I brought up the Death Touch, which is if in this link that I shared, anyone that touches him, or if he touches somebody, or if he uses a skill attack, he can instantly kill them. And I shared this ability where he killed 70,000 people instantly at range. The only contention was that there was a charged up time. But even with that charge up time, I don't think the evidence that Ace shared was sufficient to prove that would still beat this ability in terms of the amount of time it takes to charge up. Furthermore, the Calamity ability that was shared was not proven to be able to make the impossible possible, so that would actually put the Wish Upon a Star ability that Ainz has superior to that ability, and it would be able to override the retconning ability that he had, because it can make the impossible possible without his own abilities being affected. So from those points alone, the fact that I actually scaled with speeds for my abilities and that he can kill anyone from range, like what I did here in these videos plus the wish, he can literally wish any wish that he wants. I think that with those points alone, that I won.
Okay.
Do the judges want to go to a private VC and discuss things before we?
Is the other guy still here?
Yeah, Water Dealer is still here. Happy, I hope you know what the outcome of this is. One of us will belong to the other.
Mm-hmm.
You'll never see your boy again. He's all mine. Ha 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 ha.
That Loki sounds so gay.
I mean, I like it to stay like that.
What? Stay. Well, you can do you, man. You can be whatever you want.
Thank you. Thank you. You can be whatever you.
Ti. Man, I haven't heard that song in ages.
I know. See, don't worry, Happy. I'll. Let me stop.
Are they like sneaky talking or something?
Listen. Okay, Happy. Everyone in the VC. Who do you guys think won? Just type it in general, please.
Where's general? Let's go to generals. We should do it like a poll thing.
See, Manny, who hates me, said I won. If Forka comes in here and says that you won, I'm actually gonna drop kick him if he has no reasoning. I swear to God. I'm gonna say Happy one, but only because I want to see. Okay, that's just kind of sus. Yeah. I'm putting my clothes. I'm putting one sock on, and then I'll come down. I do have one sock on, Kitsune. Problem? I know you want to see my feet, you fucking freak. Where's my other sock? Oh, there it is.
It's only the same two people repeating, Ace.
I know. I'm just waiting on the judges to come because I realized that there's a lot of trolls in the community, so they could just say
I went to scroll through, and there was already a bunch of people like hating on us before we even entered the debate. So
facts. Ace's toes? Oh no. I mean, I am the cute. I'm very definitely cuter than Happy, but that's a whole debate for another day. You ain't that cute, Babu. Your nose is built like a shotgun. I don't want to hear it. This nigga has the biggest nose in all of Discord.
who's this?
Babu, my friend. He's in VC.
Oh.
He tried saying I'm not cute.
Never seen Babu.
He debates. But
You can't
I
vote
found
for
him in
yourself.
Funky Server. Ace built like a Kitsune. Oh, you know what? Let me go through my camera, Kitsune. You brought this upon yourself. Where's this shit at?
Wait, is that true? Do you have a giraffe neck?
No, I don't. Oh my God. Apparently you have no neck though, from what I heard. So I don't know.
At least I have a neck, man. You can get trees for days with that.
With a what? With a what?
With the giraffe neck.
Definitely.
Bro, you
not
can
the
probably
case.
grab your own ass with that.
I mean, I use my hands, so I don't know why I do
Why
that.
use your hands when you can use your long neck?
Just eat myself up. Sounds good.
Yo.
Alright, let me put my shoes on real quick. In all seriousness, I did lose my charger. Fuck. Where's it at?
How did you
Where
do
they
that?
at though? Where they? I don't know. I was playing with it this entire time, and now it's just gone. You know what? I'm just have to look for it later. Cause you got that off like you. Cause you. So wait, if I'm Happy beat Jade, does that mean I scale above Jade?
No, you have to debate Jade himself to scale above him.
Nah, you know how scaling works.
No, it doesn't work like that, dude. That's bullshit. Because like Daniel's funeral clap. No, it doesn't. People like Daniel claim that he's better than everyone when he hasn't even debated anyone, including me.
No, Daniel, listen. Daniel is like the new generation. Like,
Then tell him
he's
to
the new
debate me
four.
instead of saying that he's better than me.
Sure, when I win you and then I take you home and I like we go on our honeymoon in Rakuzan, I'll make him debate you. You belong to me, bitch.
What happens if you belong to me? Then I just scale
If
above
I
both
belong
of you
to
and I
you,
don't need to debate him.
Yep,
I'm not going to use that logic.
definitely
That's dumb. I still want to debate him anyways.
I know. If you do want to debate him, just hit me up.
Nah, he doesn't want to debate. He's already said it multiple times.
And then I'll tell him just to say that he's not better than you. Or that you can't really say what. Yo, are the judges in a judge VC? Hapi.
I don't know. Where are they?
Are they in staff? Can you check?
Yeah. They're in like the mod
They're in
VC.
staff. Alright, who's in there right now?
Just Sende and Water and Forker?
Drag Forker out of there, man. Let the two judges speak. God damn.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can.
I think Forker's scared to lose you or something.
Ace is a nigger.
Who won?
All right. So, awoken from my nap, we have conclusively decided that Happy won this.
Huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
So should I announce it now?
Yeah, boy! Woo! I owed you now. No, you're trolling me, aren't you? You guys are gonna say that, and then now I've lost.
No,
Put
no,
a
no,
digital leech on the ace right now. Claim
So
it.
okay, so our conclusion was based off the fact that argumentatively and rhetorically, Ace was dominating, but
So
he
how
could
did he
not,
win?
logically speaking, get any of his abilities up to your wish upon a star ability.
Right.
Wait. So what happens when I just retcon it? What was his reputation? Wait, please be quiet. I'm speaking to this dealer guy. What was his reputation to me saying I retcon the ability?
You retcon the ability could
Yeah.
make it so like it wasn't possible anymore. That was his reputation.
He
Like
what?
his whole claim was
Okay,
his
okay,
whole
I
claim
said that.
was
No.
literally
You can pull up the
ability to make
recording.
impossible possible.
Wait.
So
You can pull
retcon
up the
his ability
recording.
and immediately
Okay,
not
that's
retcon.
due to the effect of the ability. You understand that?
Yeah, but you never proved that your ability was superior to mine, so I believed on that alone. I didn't need to scale anymore.
Wait. Let me speak this down.
Okay.
If I demonstrated that it was based off the effect of the ability, why would like the ability itself make the impossible possible? It's just
You gotta speak up, champ. I can't hear you well. You gotta speak up.
Wait, one sec.
Wasn't he extremely chill and saying like whatever happens, Happy? I just like to say GG.
No, because
True. I'm just gonna quote
Sunday, would you like
Ace,
to
whatever
interject
happens,
here?
GG.
Like, would you like to state your opinion?
Okay. Okay, I do agree that like Ace wasn't able to completely refute counter the fuck wish upon a star shit.
I don't know what you've been saying.
But okay, shut the fuck up. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, I do think that shut up. I do think Hapi never really addressed the Civil War or fully understood what Ace meant by wonder of you. So I think those are also, I guess, somewhat valid win cons to be held against Hapi as well. But you could just make the case that since he somewhat won the wish upon a star bullshit, it really wouldn't matter.
Huh? Okay,
What?
wait. Sunday. If I argued that I would just completely retcon his ability, what was his reputation? The fact that it can make the impossible possible.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
and I said,
okay. If you did the Ace, I was there, right? You never pushed it hard enough. You never fucking hammered the point in that
okay,
much.
because he never refuted it. I said that
Ace,
it's due
can
to
you
the
not
effect
Okay,
take
if
of
you
the
never
ability.
refuted it, we should address that. If you say if you don't address my refute, I can just win via rejoinder or some bullshit like that, Ace. I don't know.
Okay, wait, Sunday. Why do I have to tell him to address my reputation if he just chooses not to?
What?
If he chooses,
Repeat
if I
what you
say
just
my
said.
refute,
Repeat what you just
okay.
said.
So I said to him that it's the effect of my ability. So the effect of wish upon a star is to make the impossible possible, not the existence of it. That's what I said. You can check the recording. I said that he had no refutation. Happy, post the recording on your YouTube, please. This shit, I'm not getting robbed. That shit is just BS. I swear to God.
I'm not saying you lost. I'm just saying he won that point.
Wait, so who won the overall thing in your opinion?
I think, as I said with them, I think you probably won via with Civil War and review. But overall, it would just be inconclusive because it would just
we
be
agreed
me
that
and
would
Water.
be an inconclusive talk.
Yeah, we just agreed it would just be inconclusive because it would just fall back to the wonder the wish upon a star bullshit. But then I said earlier in the debate, you just argue Civil War. There was never a proper counter for that, etc.
Yeah, I do
It's
believe
just gonna be an infinite regression.
Civil War more, you probably could have won the point.
Yeah, it's just gonna be an infinite regression. So it's
what was the point? What was the part of Civil War that I needed to push more?
Just how it worked and what it did.
Okay, I said that. I explained the entire ability, and then he moved on to saying that why layers of hacks, or why it moves back to the potency of layers of hacks and shit, and saying that there isn't layers of time and shit. That's what his refutation was. If you want to check the thing, you can check the recording.
I was listening. I was actually it's still just an inconclusive debate.
That's hell. Wait, 1 sec. Send me the recording, Hapi.
I'll upload it to my YouTube now. Do you want to? And then I'll give you a link. Okay, hold up.
Yeah, that's cool, King. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Does this mean that he owns Ace or?
Yeah, put him on a leech.
Oh,
nobody owns anybody else. Right,
but it might take a while. I'm literally uploading it. Yeah, right now.
Yeah. That is such bullshit. Oh my god.
I said it's inconclusive. Relax.
Please tell me.
It's not even inconclusive. It's not even inconclusive. It's not even inconclusive.
Did it not record?
It's a pretty inconclusive point.
Why is it converting? What is this bullshit?
The recording mysteriously goes wrong.
So while he's doing that, should I actually get
wait
Rust?
for it
I've heard a lot of
fix
people say not to get it, but I don't know. I feel like that should be my personal game.